Hi, Aaron.
Hi, what's up?
Everything's okay. What's up?
Good, good. I'm fine. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for agreeing to give us an interview. Friends, today we have Aron Хэндреке with us. He's the founder and CEO of the Containergrid startup. So let's start. You have plenty of experience working for big international companies. Why did you choose launching a startup instead of a career in a consulting company or FMCG?
Sure. So yes, well, you could say so. By going through business school, I had the opportunity to take in different career paths. I have to say I did a lot of entrepreneurial activities my whole life. In the beginning, collecting stamps, organizing social events, etc. So I was always looking for something to do. When it comes to the start of the current project, I was intentionally looking for something to spend my time with at the end of my master's, and this turned out to be a more serious thing. Yes, I could have joined a consulting firm, but you can in the end always join a consulting firm later onwards in case your startup project fails, right?
So Containergrid is about effective and efficient waste management using the unique software based on SaaS technologies. What exactly do companies get by collaborating with you?
You mean the SaaS model in that detail, or more my software specifically, or our software? The SAS moment?
Your software, and how does it work? So with the companies, what the companies get with working with you?
So in general, about our optimization software, it's more about the coverage of the whole order management process, which comes along with a workflow management to connect all the different stakeholders across this whole project or order management chain. Specifically for the container services, our clients indeed is first of all the extension of their customer service. Okay, so giving their customers, meaning waste producers, the opportunity to also communicate digitally. Second, optimization of disposition planning within a software module for the office employees of this container service. And last but not least, a mobile app for the drivers of this container services that transport the waste.
So is it a one-time deal, or companies enter into contract with a Containergrid during the service period?
Yeah, so this is the question that is more supposed to answer most probably in case I understand it wrong, in case I understand it right, the format of the software, meaning SAS. And what's so special about SAS is, first of all, that, as you asked correctly, it's not a one-time deal. It's not like buying Windows 8, not being happy with it, and then having to buy Windows 10 2 years afterwards. But you subscribe to using a software as a service, and can always decide to end the subscription. The subscription can be monthly as well as yearly. Any deal like that, yeah.
Do you have any ideas about the diversification of your activities, since the main focus of the company seems quite unidirectional?
So with unidirectional, it means we are following one specific approach. Sure, yeah. So right now, it is definitely important. Hi, Eric. It's specifically important to do something very specific. Yeah? So as a startup, you can't do everything all at once, but you have to start with one specific problem that you want to solve, and that's what we are trying, right? So choose one specific market segment, which is small to medium-sized container services that do not manage the waste and recycle the waste on their own, but rather take care of the logistics processes. Our vision, though, for the medium term or long term is to expand this optimization of communication as well as information flows of documents in other logistics supply chains within other industries. But for now, the market of container services is huge, right? So there's just in Germany, there's around 5,000 container services. So it's a huge market.
So how did you come up with the idea, and was it the common initiative of all the co-founders, or the team was created later?
Yeah, I somehow came up with the idea. So it started with a marketplace for waste material, and later on I realized quite quickly that it wouldn't be a marketplace, but it would rather be a tool to optimize processes. So I decided quite fast that it should be an internal process optimization tool. And yeah, I wrote my master thesis on it, and it turned out to be a small MVP, and that developed to where we are now.
And how much time did you take to prepare before the launch of the project?
The project is 1.5 years old now.
Your startup currently participates in EIT Raw Materials Accelerator. How did you pass the selection, and was it your first attempt?
Good question. So yes, we joined the startup accelerator of the European Institute of Technology a few weeks ago. How did we get in? Well, we started being in touch with this accelerator a few months before entry into the accelerator. And I think the main argument for them to get us in was the fast development of the concept, as well as the prototype. So by my co-founder, my technical co-founder, and also the commitment of the team, definitely.
Great. And what have been done and achieved during the cooperation with the accelerator?
So what has been happening since the start of the accelerator? Three main things. First of all, the kickoff in Dublin took place just before the crisis started. So we flew to Dublin and met a lot of different startups of the raw materials sector. So drone systems for mines, or new innovative filter systems for wastewater, or even waste picking robots. Also, we get coaching calls offered with a Harvard alumni, and this is two times a month, and gives us great value to lead us into the right direction right away and avoid mistakes. And last but not least, over this 1 year period, there's 100k euros, so 100,000 euros that we get paid by the European Commission.
I see. Waste management is rather well developed in Germany. What do you consider your main advantages in comparison to other companies that provide services in this sphere? And what is the competing strategy?
Yeah, good question. So what does, and that's an important question to ask, why? Well, the competition always matters, especially in the startup scene. What do we do different? Yes, there are startups in the field of waste management, but they have until now focused on a specific step in the process. We are trying to cover the whole order management cycle. Furthermore, we are independent. So most of the startups in the field have been developing from a waste management company from without. And last but not least, yeah, obviously it's our team, right? The team always plays a big role. We have great coders in our team, and we come from well, prominent universities, which helps in finding investors.
Your software allows remote access to the majority of processes. Do you think Containergrid will benefit from it, given the current pandemic situation?
Yeah, well, the crisis has been a topic for us, for sure, definitely. and we were worried about not being able to continue our piloting projects with our partners. But the sales process has been even faster now, so we can directly reach these CEOs by phone, because they now answer their phone, because they always have to be on the phone. And last but not least, well, it seems like the recession that is going to happen over the coming years will lead to a restructuring and an acceleration, increasing restructuring of processes and acceleration of new technologies, digital technologies in all sectors.
So what are the startups' long and short-term goals?
Short-term, it is to scale up. So we are now talking to investors. We'll soon be having our seed round at the end of the year, most probably, and then it's the time to scale. But yes, our vision, as I said, is next to, as soon as there's enough revenue, next to supporting NGOs for waste reduction, also scaling this up to different logistics chains within other industries.
And what was the most challenging for you before and during the launch?
Well, first of all, it was finding the right team. So it's super difficult to find the people who are committed into entrepreneurial projects like this, because the risk is super high in the beginning. So finding the right technical co-founder, the finances. So yes, you do not make big bucks right after your masters, but you start low and probably even be unemployed without revenue for several months. And last but not least, mentally, it's quite tough going through these many ups and downs. So you have to be prepared for sure.
And what is the most valuable lesson you have learned so far?
Well, what do you learn as a co-founder? First of all, it's important to not give up. Probably, yeah. So always keep your line, but you have to be sure that the value proposition you offer is strong enough. So your product definitely has to be good enough. You have to talk to enough people to be sure that it's going to work out. Second, fake it till you make it. In the startup scene, that's especially important. Always pretend you're stronger than you are, and or you are already further down the road as you are. And last but not least, the fact that everyone can do it. So it's just about focusing on one specific issue in an industry, or let's say focusing on one industry, and then looking what's being researched about, what the innovation front is talking about, and then really digging deep in and doing research interviews yourself.
And did you have thoughts to reject the idea when something went wrong? If yes, how did you overcome it? And if no, how to keep calm and continue doing business?
Well, how to overcome it? It's a similar answer to the last question. So really, if you're sure about the fact that you can make it, or you have an interesting thing on your mind, then just keep on doing it, being committed, and talking to enough people to be secure, to feel secure, and to know that everything is going to go the right direction.
I see. Thank you very much for interview. It was very interesting to hear. Where
are you based right now, actually?
In St. Petersburg.
Okay, great. How is your daily life going? You're in quarantine right now?
Yes, I'm in quarantine. We are learning in a distant system, so it's hard, but we have already got used to this system.
Okay, and how is the startup hub going? So how many startups are you currently collaborating with in St. Petersburg?
So we have two processes: pre-acceleration and acceleration. So in pre-acceleration, we want 10 teams, and in acceleration 25. So we are seeking edtech startups, HR, biotech, VR, AR startups. So we have already a few startups in edtech, in HR sphere, in VR, 3D print, and etc.
Sounds nice. Sounds nice. Yeah, wish you good luck.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good luck.
You too. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.